As a result of existing gender inequality and discrimination, adolescent girls are more likely to drop out of school, suffer from violence and discrimination, marry early, or become pregnant during disasters. Plan International's Adolescent Girls in Crisis project in Boroli and Pagirinya refugee settlements seeks to address these issues.
The goal of the project is to empower adolescent girls and young mothers to have opportunities to realize their potentials and be protected from child marriage. This project was designed in consultation with the adolescent girls. After the consultation, we pulled out the 3 key thematic areas that were highlighted by the girls, one of them being the sexual and reproductive health rights, the second one being child protection, and then the third one being the youth economic empowerment. For the youth economic empowerment, we were looking at how do we empower this girl child so that she's not prone to all the risks that they mentioned during the consultation.
These groups are 25 in numbers. Among these 25 members, 5 are COC. These are boys whom we give them life skill about champion of change.
Plan International's Champions of Change are helping to change this narrative, engaging and empowering both girls and boys to identify and challenge harmful negative masculinities that perpetuate discrimination and inequality.
Champions of Change training helped my life. We are cooperating with my wife. Now I'm living with my wife good. I'm not quarreling. When she's sick, I will used to take her to hospital and cook for her. When she's busy, I'm carrying the baby. When some neighbor, they look at our family, they enjoy.
Adolescent girls and young mothers are empowered with life skills, information and services, and with equal opportunities to participate and lead.
Before we give loan to this group, we give them lesson about how to use that money. I can see most of them have learned because they can do their own business.
I borrowed 100,000 shillings from the group. I started buying the sorghum and the dry cassava. I used 72,000 for buying these 2. The other remaining money, I used it for transport. Then I used the profit for buying the beans and the maize. So that's how I came up with a business.
Das mi dede kwe, dama tame ti group waga, ongu matame suli nunai, ideme da dawa. Ikele gor mare, maris na group waga se. Desi dumanga mare, seri ni group mare seri uzeka, ongu idene medo ledi, anu mesu profit arua. Eme su de profit nai, manya, kosema ibu barane arwani, kosema tapaka jadi kosa zina ma be saving group ga, yala sita siri ongu mazina zedo.
I borrowed 80,000 from saving group. I used the money to buy a pig. I bought one right now, but I have 3. When they grow, I have to sell and buy a basic need like a food, like a cloth, medicine for my wife and my children.
The sales got zaman dari ra malaka tubidze, kosa malaka city ke battery zubati mo gugar ni school visine.
Block B has 6 clusters where there are very many girls who need to join this group. If the project can allow us to register maybe more than 25, like a 50 like that is going to be okay because the number is really very meager.
In Zonzitiri, Rukarudure. Ole ke suru ke suke linyo venele de na sanoko ongo kwa ke aini tachidu dewa.
The money I use, some of them I save it for my school, and even our siblings from home there, I'm able to support them with sanitary pads, scholastic materials. I can even pay their school fees. Because of this, I now feel very safe and happy.
When they came for their saving like this, they interact. They has given chance for them to learn a lot. Those who are, to say, stubborn, it has improved their life, and even their caregivers, they really appreciate the group.
Community-based service providers and networks provide accessible, relevant, and quality support to at-risk adolescents and their families.
Under the sexual and reproductive health rights, we were looking at increasing the access of services by these adolescent girls by providing a girl-friendly adolescent services that are gender responsive and age.
They bring them up in a way that they are not exposed, they are not allowed to learn things on reproductive health. So when these girls come here, we welcome them, we give them health education according to their age groups. For example, the young ones, 12 to 15 years, we health educate them on personal hygiene, we teach them about menstruation. Then for the elder ones, like 18 years to 19, 20 years, we teach them on family planning services, on livelihood, we screen them for STIs, and many other things.
I have learned healthy timing and spacing of the birth. I have one child, 1 year. I'm waiting for her to make it 2 years, and then I'll get another one.
Ini na aba yani bako zoingoni zo vidu zangwa zo kumuzare ataka nderwe rusine ba nida basi yala nyanya period nde zo barago nudu kuke zo nangu TV kezo
Giving the adolescents the sexual reproductive health services makes them to have good decisions. Especially they can decide on when to have children, how many, and at what interval. They can educate their children, and at the end of it all, we shall have a sustainable livelihood for all of them.
na yako nganya raganya le zoimba wele kinya lo sona le ko ba ni bonziti lo foto longo zonye zangware ko ba ni ko ako.
We realize some reduction in the number of teenage pregnancies. Why? Because the adolescents feel free to come to the facility for any service they want to access.
The boys and girls have access to adolescent responsive services that promote their survival and well-being.
We looked at working with the community structures. We had the parasocial workers, the child protection committees, the police, the elders, to ensure that the children are protected from child protection risks that exist in their community and access the necessary services in time and, of course, the quality services.
When these girls they cannot access the menstrual materials, they will be shamed in schools. She will be uncomfortable, she will be isolated, and she will not even have the intention to attend the lessons, and she will be hidden somewhere, and she will drop out from school.
At the safe space, we learn how to protect ourselves. We don't move alone at night. We don't move at the risk places, and we know how to report and where to report.
You know, with the children, when they are left alone, they can easily do anything. Poverty is also one of the reasons making them to mess. They are lured by some of the men who have something. The end result is getting pregnant for girls.
Plan give us menstrual hygiene kits, which have helped us stay at school during our menstruation periods, and also learn and play with our friends without fears.
We also give them counseling and guidance. In case of any problem, we refer them to police, to the health facility, so that they get the services.
Even as police, we have a task. We have to move patrolling the camp to see whether there's loitering of girls and boys in the streets. Cases have reduced compared to the earlier years. They reported very many cases here at police. Partners have really done a greater work in reducing some of this crime. Even in a month, they can completely not report any case of child abuse here.
Through the menstrual hygiene materials, the girls are now at school. They are staying healthy and they are attending to their lesson. They are continuing with their dreams.
I believe the empowerment will have a very huge impact on these girls when they go, even when they go back to their home country. These girls already participate in discussing issues that affect them in their community. They are able to take lead. From here, they already have equal opportunities with the boys, which I believe when they translate it back into their country, it will also help the other people who never had the opportunity to go through this kind of empowerment.